Hi, good afternoon. My name is Susan Morris, and I am the Teaching and Learning Consultant for the New Brunswick Critical Care Nursing Program. So allow me to share my screen and we will start this orientation. So welcome. Today is the part one of orientation, and this is just going to go through some program logistics. So welcome to each of you. My colleague Jenna Lynn Albert is our provincial program delivery officer. And so Jenna will be your frontline contact for all issues that you may have related to UNB. My role is a teaching and learning consultant. So for all matters related to teaching and learning, anything related to remediation, absenteeism requests, anything concerning curriculum, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. So congratulations, you're starting 11 full-time weeks of paid education. This is really quite unique in the world of nursing. So you are quite privileged to be allowed to take this course. So welcome. I am also one of your instructors. So you will see me in course 1 and course 2. So this is a program intended for novice nurses who have minimal or less than 1 year exposure to critically ill patients. Doesn't replace your unit orientation, and it will focus more on general concepts as opposed to the unit specific. So it is a collaboration from 3 different critical care associations. So we have taken our standards from CACCN, NINA, and CCCN. You will be exposed to both theory and practice, and it will be done in a self-directed fashion. We will also offer Zoom tutorials, some clinicals, and then finally putting it all together for preceptorship. The tutorials and clinical experiences kind of provide you an opportunity to put what you have learned into practice. And then the very end, or course 7, is comprised of clinical only, and it is 135 hours of an integrated practicum where you are buddied with a colleague. So who takes this program? As I said, the novice nurses from Horizon and Vitalite, those who can commit to 11 full weeks of full-time study. And we will also have some unregistered students. So please do not take the word unregistered as a negative. It is students that we may put into part of the course. So we treat all of our learners equally. So do not feel underappreciated if we refer to you two as non-registered. So our partners in this project are Department of Health, UNB, the College of Extended Learning, the University of Moncton for our French colleagues, Horizon, and Vitalite. So our site coordinators in Site 1, Moncton, is Michelle Marola. Site 2, I share this task and quite willingly with Tishina McCluskey. Zone 3 is Melanie Didham. And Zone 7, we have some new recruits, Abby Rogers and Michelle Foran. So what does the program look like? It looks like 7 courses. So you will have the course 1, intro. Course 2 is cardiovascular. Course 3, pulmonary. Course 4, it's kind of a bunch of systems kind of piled together. Course 5 is neuro. Course 6 is probably the most enjoyed. It is shock and trauma. And then course 7 will be your preceptorship. Your preceptorship will follow the completion of course 1 through 6, and you will be paired with a preceptor in ICU or emergency department. And you will follow that preceptor schedule for a total of 135 hours. And there is also a preceptorship manual that must be completed, and that will be given to you by UNB. And it has to be given and returned to your site coordinator no later than 30 days after completion of your preceptorship. So again, there are components of this preceptorship manual that are mandatory and then are also optional. So please make sure that your preceptor fills out all the mandatory areas. What do we expect from you as a student academically? We expect you in course 1, which is cardiac rhythm interpretation. We expect you to receive a passing mark of 80. People stress a little bit about that. It really isn't a difficult mark to achieve, because you would want or expect your nurse to know 80% of the cardiac rhythms. And then the following courses 2 through 6, the passing mark on all exams and assignments is 70%. I'd like you to take a few minutes. The university has posted this on our website, and it is the algorithm for remediation. Basically, you're given one opportunity to fail an exam or an assignment and rewrite that. If you were to fail 2, then you would be asked to leave the program. And that would come with a lot of conversation around what happened and why. So I don't want anybody to spend any time stressing about that. What do we expect from you professionally? Professional conduct, everything that you would expect from a registered nurse, following your CNA code of ethics, your Horizon standards, and the Horizon dress code. Please remember that you can only perform tasks which you are certified or competent to do. So if somebody in a critical care environment is asking you to do something that you do not feel comfortable or that you have not been certified in, you are certainly within your right to say, I have not learned that yet, but please show me how this is done. So observation can certainly occur. COVID-19, we don't stress too much about anymore, but please ensure that you are fit tested because there are lots of other situations where you would want to wear a 95 mask in critical care. The syllabus and schedules are all posted on D2L, and part 2 of this orientation will show you how to access this. You will be notified by email if there is any cancellation, so it's your responsibility to check your email. It is primarily offered by distance, so cancellations are quite rare. And please notify the program delivery officer if there are any changes to your contact information. There is a pre-course study guide on D2L. I would encourage you to take a look at that. It's a little bit of a prep to say, this is what we expect you to come with, the foundational things that you should know. And it's basically what you learned in nursing school. Your classroom is where you decide it is. However, it has to, and I can't stress this enough because people have been caught in the past. I can't stress enough that your internet connection has to be reliable. And just a little note to the students, Mexico doesn't always have reliable internet connection, and that has happened to a couple of people. So if you are in an area where internet is not accessible, you will have to come to the university or to the hospital to set up shop. You can use a headset. You will be expected to have a microphone and a camera. As I say, camera is a must, and please ensure that your computer is updated so that you have Zoom downloaded before we start. You have Word and PowerPoint downloaded before we start, and that you have a reliable internet connection. UNB will assist you with checking to see if your computer is compatible. So please don't be shy to contact UNB. They have a lovely group of people who will assist you with technology. Any troubleshooting, please contact Jenna at this email address. You can also contact the help desk. And when all else fails and you're panicking, you can't get online, just give me a text or a phone call. D2L Brightspace. Most of you are used to using some type of a learning platform. Please set up your e-services before the first day of the course. And so here is how you would set it up. You would need your student number, your login information, and that should all be provided to you by the UNB. If you have not received it and it's getting close to the start date of your course, please contact Jenna and she will facilitate that. We have something called online modules, and the online modules I will show you in part 2 of this orientation, but it's basically your online textbook. And your instructors have worked hard to keep this current and updated. So I strongly encourage you to visit that during each one of your 6 courses. What is Zoom? Well, I don't think we have to ask that question anymore. I think everybody is familiar with what Zoom is. And permission to record cannot be granted anymore, as this has proven to be a personal privacy violation. So there are recorded sessions. If you have to miss a session, we may be able to provide you with a recorded session. Accessing Zoom, this is just a couple of different PDFs of how to use Zoom, and I would encourage you to go and take a look at those. Printing, all of the PowerPoint presentations are posted on D2L, so if you want to download them to a memory stick and bring them to the hospital and print them, then you are certainly welcome to, but no print material is provided. You can certainly download it and save it to your personal computer if you want to save a few trees and avoid printing. As I say, this is repeated. Course 1 passing grade is 80%, and the remainder of the courses 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are 70%. Each component has to achieve a 70%. It's not cumulative. Again, just comment about printing. Online exams are individual. None of the online exams can be done together as a group. They are each time stamped, so that's super important. Your instructor will notify you if the exam is open book or not. And it's really important that we can trust our colleagues. So all of the online exams are present. The access to them can be obtained by your on-site instructor, or sometimes we just make them available at specific times, but your instructor will let you know that. Full attendance is required, and there is an absentee application form if you have to miss things in particular, but just reach out to the instructor who is teaching that course, and they can provide you with alternatives. So don't be afraid to let us know if you're not able to attend something. Plagiarism, super important. There is a zero tolerance policy. Copying others' assignments is also plagiarism. Working together when it is an individual assignment is also plagiarism. And the use of artificial intelligence is strictly prohibited. There is an obligations form that you need to sign and date prior to the start of each course, and then it can be sent to Jenna, our program delivery officer, and it just talks about your obligations as a student. Course evaluations, we strongly encourage you to give us your feedback. Your feedback really helps us change and improve the program. So at the end of each course, there is a survey section on D2L. And I would really like if you could do that for each course. It's very helpful. And that brings us to the end of part 1 of our orientation. Part 2 will carry on, and it will take you on a tour of D2L and look at the content. So here's contact information. Please, I encourage each and every one of you to reach out if you have any questions. And so thank you and have a great day.